Hi, it's Lexie here from Variety Radio Online. I'm here at EYECON TVD and the Originals talking with Director Joshua Butler. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, I think one of the main questions everyone kind of wants to know is what goes into preparing for an episode? Like, what does the director have to do to prepare for
directing?
Job?
Well, you get the script probably a week or two before you start shooting, and oftentimes you know the basic premise of an episode, but you don't know exactly what the scenes are going to break down to be. And then when you read it, it's a matter of like seeing the movie in your head, or the TV show in this case in your head. You want to see it and imagine what you need it to look like and feel like and sound like, and then you basically break it all down into its essential parts, and then you have to basically put it together like a puzzle. And you break it down by location. You know, obviously on shooting days you want to shoot all the scenes that are shot, say, at the Mystic Grill or the Salvatore Mansion or whatever sets are in the current episode. You want to do all those at the same time, so you don't have to light it more than once. And so oftentimes if the scenes are spaced out through the course of an episode, you're basically shooting them all out of order. In fact, the entire episode is shot out of order. So a director's job is to always know what you're shooting at what point and how that's going to fit into the overall puzzle of the episode.
Awesome. How many hours would you say that goes into filming? Like, how many hours do you guys spend filming compared to the 42 to 45 minutes that ends up being aired?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's usually about a 20-to-1 ratio, is my guess. 10, 15, 20. Depends on the director and how efficient you are. But basically, there's probably 10 to 20 times more footage that we shot than what you see. And of course, you know, a lot of that is they're not scenes that are being omitted. It's basically like if we do 2 or 3 or 4 takes of the same shot, we want to make sure that we pick the best one of everything and do it enough, and if the actor wants to get more emotional, or if we want to make it more funny or more touching, or something, then we have to work on it, and we have to do it, and we have to do it in various different angles, as you know. So it's a long process.
So in addition to Vampire Diaries and Originals, we know you work on a lot of things: Reckless, Pretty Little Liars, The Following. So what's it like transitioning from one set to the other?
It's a constant state of discovery, because I actually have to walk into existing operations and then effectively tell people where to go and what and create shots and try to stay true to the series that I've been asked to work on, but also then try to give it an individual stamp and make it something that I is expression of who I am as a filmmaker. So it's an interesting process of studying what's been done before, and then feeling the type of freedom you have within the formula to really create something that's special.
So for future filmmakers or anybody that wants to get into independent filmmaking, do you have any advice for any of them, how to go about getting started?
Sure. I really feel like you have an amazing opportunity now to make films cheaply. I think when I was growing up, video cameras were still very primitive, and nobody was making films on video. Now everybody's making films and TV shows on video, and obviously there's very professional, expensive video equipment, but there's also very cheap equipment that makes beautiful imagery and makes it look great. So I feel like there's 2 ways of doing it. One is to make your own films, and I feel like if you're going to make a film, try to make a feature, try to make a full film, write it, direct it, produce it, whatever you want to do, just do it, try it out, make mistakes, and then fix them hopefully before you show the film to anybody. That's one path. Second path, I think, is to target an area that's not like, if you want to be an actor, a writer, a director, you probably want to start with one of the other professions on a movie set, like in the art department or in the sound department, or something where there are more opportunities, there's less people trying to do that job. And so if you find one of those jobs and get your foot in the door, work your way up through a particular department, there's so many people that transition from being in sound, or being an assistant director, or being a production designer, into directing. So it's really good to try to know your competition and to work within the areas that you can.
Do you have any other areas in the industry that you're interested in that you haven't yet pursued in addition to directing that you
Well, directing is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to direct feature films. I've directed a horror movie, and I've directed 4 movies of the week. One of which is on every Christmas, called Prancer Returns. Kind of a sweet movie that I'm very proud of. But so I've directed 5 feature-length films, but I really want to make films that are reach a mass audience, the same type of audience I'm reaching with the TV shows that I direct. So movies like Fault in Our Stars, give me hope that you can do this type of material and have the kind of big feelings and big emotions and be able to do something on that scale. That would be what I'm pursuing at this point. So.
Great. Yeah. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Lexie. Yes.